What's the difference between a nutritionist and a dietitian? Hi, my name's Mona. I have lost 190 pounds using obesity medication. One of the big parts of why I've been able to be successful in terms of finding health and losing weight this time has been because I've had access to nutrition advice and information. I only recently, though, understood that a dietitian is different from a nutritionist. So, a dietitian is somebody who's really trained. They likely have a degree, they maybe even have a master's in nutrition. They may be also, as well, a part of a professional membership body. And it's also possible in some countries that term can be a registered term. So, they have to meet certain educational and clinical requirements in order to call themselves a dietitian. So, what I've had access to is a dietitian. It's been part of the Public Health Service here in Ireland. They have been able to meet with me and give me information based on evidence about what nutrition actually looks like. They are specialists in working with obesity, and they're actually very much focused on nutrition and nourishing my body. Although weight loss is a side effect of that, they're not focused on weight loss per se. They're trying to get me into a place where I have a good relationship with food, and I'm also eating a varied diet that is going to give me all the nutrients I need. However, outside of being able to access that, there are the wider group of people known as nutritionists. Now, that can include dietitians, but it's not just dietitians. It's other people who may have some level of qualification or some level of knowledge, but that's not guaranteed and certainly would not be to the same level as a dietitian has. Now, that's not to say there's not good nutritionists out there, but it's really important to know if you are accessing help with nutrition, be really mindful that a dietitian is going to be more highly trained than a nutritionist. Now, that of course might mean that they're more expensive or harder to find, but if you are getting advice from somebody who is calling themselves a nutritionist, be really mindful and ask them questions about what experience they have, what qualifications they have, and if they really have the ability to understand what is evidence-based, but then also to help you work out what is going to work for you. So just because somebody looks fit or looks very healthy, they may have figured out nutrition for themselves, but that doesn't necessarily mean they are educated in a way that a dietitian would be in order to put a plan together for different people with different aims, different lifestyles, different genetics, and trying to achieve different things.